Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. Couple of issues today. My stream, for those of you guys that are new, I stream every single day. You guys can see me take every single trade that I do. My stream kept lagging, kept resetting for some reason. And then at one point I ended up having my whole broker disconnect, and so I had some issues, so I'm going to go over that. It wasn't my Thinkorswim, it was my Guardian account. It was my short trade, which I'm kind of upset about because I left some money on the table and I took an unnecessary loss on that stock. So I'm going to go over that. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go over Tesla. If you guys like these recaps, please hit a thumbs up for the algorithm to push it to more people. Please leave some comments down below how you guys did today. Green, red, good trades, bad trades. Anything like that. You guys know where to find me on Discord. If you guys really want to learn, if you're a complete new day trader, I got a course down below with a coupon code as well. So I'm going to go over my trades. Tesla, another green day, even though I had some issues, but and I started the day off being down 600 bucks. So I took some bad trades, start off the day. I was down 600. I was kind of getting a little anxious about it, but I made it happen. So here is my day. Not a big day. 200 bucks, $210. I ended up taking one more trade after stream, which was a $10 trade. But I ended up finishing the day $210, and you guys can see if I go to my reports, all green this year still. So consistency is there. I get nervous when I see this because I know a red day's coming, and today should have been a red day. So in my mind, I'm like, today should have been a red day. I mean, I was down 600. There was no penny stocks to trade. Just got lucky with Tesla. Found the next trade, top ticked it, got a good entry, and then followed it through. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. But let me go over that trade. Let me go over the Guardian trade first. So this is my short on JSPR. There was a couple of stocks this morning that popped up. It's SHC being one of them, and honestly, I didn't even touch SHC. To me, it looks like SHC is just slowly grinding. It wasn't a stock that was going to rip, squeeze shorts out, have momentum, have crazy volume. It just kind of did its own thing, rallied up. Definitely could have been a couple trades in here. You got that high of pre-market there, so you could have taken some trades here, anticipating that break. Once we got that break, you got some consolidation here right above the break of pre-market high. Right above it, that looks like a nice fly. Could have taken some longs here, but you see there's no pull away. There's no squeeze. So ended up just kind of slowly going up, and now it's just straight free falling there for a little bit. A couple other ones, these are all the penny stocks. Well, this one came back, but I'm usually trading the first hour. Nothing there. Jan, another gapper, nothing there. Bior, now it's gapping, but now it's running, but nothing here. CVAC, absolutely nothing there. Saidu was one that was kind of holding. I almost wanted to take some longs here, but if you look at this, volume was weak, so it ended up coming back down. Pre was an interesting one that I thought maybe if you could retake this 293, even at market open, I was looking at it right here at 293. If we could have held that zone in $3, I might have looked for a trade there, but ended up not. And because I was looking long on this one, I ended up not shorting this one, and this one ended up dropping. INM pops up a little bit. I was looking at it right here, but this market honestly is pretty bad, and I have not been able to take any small cap trades. This would have been a perfect ad, pivot from pre-market, nice volume, nice push down, nice flag. I would have taken that long there. I'm glad I didn't. Holding $2 even better, but just something about me in the small caps this year. I'm not trusting them, so I'm not putting my money there at all right now. TGL was a opportunity miss. I looked at the shorts. I think it was like a penny per share, so it was something cheap up here. I almost shorted it. I wish I would have clicked the sell button at right under 3. I mean, on the green candle, it was like $3 something. Even if I got 280, this thing dropped to 150, over $1 a share on that short. That would have been insane. AVTR, this one I saw it later, and then ELYS, I think I got off stream somewhere out here, so it ended up making a little bit of a push. Not much. I think it ran up right to 200 moving average and then ended up turning back around. So Jasper was the only one that I looked at, and the only one that kind of looked like a long here. So after that VWAP, I did mention a long. Maybe somebody on stream caught it, and then as soon as it started pushing at that point, I thought those long people that took that VWAP dip, they're going to start taking their profits right away. This stock is on the back end. On the daily, you guys can see it's on the back end. Any small little pop, this thing might get sold into. So that's where I ended up taking the short, and this is the one that ended up glitching on me. Not glitching on me, just connection issues, whatever you guys want to call it. But so I shorted. I added to it. I was in that full share size. A lot of times on these shorts, I'm locating, could be 5,000 shares, and I'm only jumping it with 2,000, 3,000, or something like that. I haven't gotten to be able to take my full size because a lot of times I jump in, let's say 50% of my locates at the top, and I'm looking to add to my position, but ends up going in my favor, and then I don't want to add low because that it drops my average, and that's not what I want when I'm shorting. So this one I ended up just clicking it there. I clicked this one first, clicked that one there right away. Ended up going in my favor. Covered, I think this was 20% of my position. So this was 20% of my position. And I meant to cover another 20% here, so I would have 60% left. And when I went to cover this, I even put it on the screen here on the live stream, and I was like, you guys watch this green arrow about to show, just to show you guys that when I click it, it shows up, it's a real chart. And so I click buy, and of course, the one time I'm trying to show you guys, I click buy, and it doesn't show it. And I'm like, what the heck, that's weird. It started glitching and stuff, and at this point, it didn't close it, and it didn't execute that trade. And then I noticed that my stream was lagging, and then my Thinkorswim was frozen, so I was like, oh, it wasn't the Guardian account, it's just my internet again. So I ended up waiting for it to reconnect. Once it reconnected, I didn't realize that, I guess when it reconnected, it like changed my share size or something. And so I ended up clicking buy again. But this time, it had changed the share size to a bigger number, like whatever the default is on there. And so if I was short 3,000 shares, it ended up buying, 4 or 5,000 shares. And so I went from being short on the trade to trying to cover 20% to buying all my short back and adding an extra 2 or 3,000 shares long to this play. I'm just making up the shares amount. It ended up pushing that. So I went from being short, trying to cover, to being in a long trade. And I glad I realized it. I kind of looked up and I saw it. And I was like, that's not right. And so I just closed it. I closed it there, and so I ended up closing most of my position here, or all of my position there, sorry. But ended up losing on that long because I went long. I ended up losing it, and then I ended up fully selling my shares short, or covering my shares short, which was at 190, and this thing still dropped to 178. So an extra, 12, 15 cents of profit that I could have missed out on. But, it's still a decent day over there. I'll take it. I'm glad it didn't actually hurt me. So I'm glad with that. Now Tesla. So that was that one. Obviously, is issues, and then I did have some issues on Tesla at some point, but it froze, and I don't think I was really in a trade. Tesla, at the open, I had an eye on two levels, 122.05 and 119.3. 122.05, if we held this level, which is kind of just pre-market, I think this is just a simple level. I thought if we hold this 122.05, I could see this thing run to 123, which was yesterday's highs, and then 124.48, which is another daily level that I got. If we held the 122, if we didn't hold 122, I was looking to go short down to 119, and I thought Tesla, if Tesla got down to this 117 to 114.50 range, that's a gap fill on the daily. I knew that if we fall into this range here, I could get that move pretty far down to almost 114.59, almost right away. And so those were kind of my strategies. Now, my mistake was at the open, I'm always biased. I mean, I'm not always biased. I'm like, if this holds, I'm long. If this fails, I'm short. Like, making quick decisions left and right, up or down, like, as the stock is physically trading. And so here I was like, this could reject. And then I was like, no, but it's flagging right over 22. I could go long. And so I ended up adding, I think I stopped out, or I ended up adding down here extra. And I was in now with 1,000 shares long. And my mistake was, I knew if we lose 122, I should go short. But I was so stuck on this flag and catching this bounce that when this held, I was like, okay, now I want these three triple tops to hold here. So I ended up flipping long, and I flipped long, I'm trying to hit that share size. So I flipped long 1,000 shares of Tesla. That's a lot, not money-wise, yeah, it's a lot. 1,000 times 100, whatever that is, 100 grand or 10 grand or whatever it is, 100 grand, right, to put into the stock. But if it moves $1, I'm up $1,000. If it moves $2, I'm up $2,000. And so this ended up not going obviously in my direction. So I ended up stopping out right here, 121.17. If you look at my exit, it was 121.17, 121.17.54. That saved me because I saw that happening. I closed it, and this thing dumped from 121.17 down to 120.21. So literally dropped 120.20. Literally dropped $8 like this. And if I was in with that long still with 1,000 shares, that would have instantly put me down $1,000. Um, an extra $1,000 because my entry was up here, so I would have been down 1.3, 1.4k. So I ended up closing it out. I did take a fat loss on that one. Well, not a fat loss, I took a loss, $600. I was down $600 on the day. And then at this point, it's dropping pretty hard. I'm looking for this 117 level to keep dropping. So I added some shorts here, break even trade, or actually took some profit out, took some loss back. I think I made maybe a couple $50, $100 on this trade. Didn't add big share size. And then that 119 level that I was looking at to bounce, this was a trade that saved the day. So I added 100, I added 200, I added I added 600 short right here. Top tick the entry 119.07. Looks like it reached 119.30, so I missed it by 20 cents. But Tesla, 20 cents is always nothing. So I ended up getting a pretty good fill on this up here, 600 shares, and I took them down pretty far. Noticed the stalling, so I got fully out here, and I think that already in itself put me back to green, almost $200 on the day. I think at that point I was up $200 on the day. Took it long here, ended up giving back some profit. I thought this 119 level could just resistance could turn into support now if we got over it. So I was going long for the next leg up. Didn't happen, so didn't flip short, but missed a short here and then followed a short here for that gap fill. The gap fill 117 to 114. Took it there, and covered down here. My problem here was I was looking for this thing to give me a clean retest of that 117, or even this, which is what I was looking for, which is why I only got a starter. I was looking for this pop up to that 117 or this level down here and really add big stair size here for the push back down to 115, which I never got, so I only followed that with starter size. And that's it. I think the last one I just sat down here to film the recap. I took a short here. Kind of same thing as this. Breaks down, kind of tiny flag, next leg down. Breaks down, kind of tiny flag. Try to get the top and then covered it somewhere down there. That's the one that I just made like $10 on. So that's going to be it, guys. I am trading Tesla every day for now. It seems to be my safe money, my consistent profits. A little bit of choppiness today, but I thought I should have been red. So the fact that I am green on the day, look at this. I took 8 trades. I counted 8 trades. Actually, I took another one just now for that $11. But if I don't count that, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades. And the fact that I'm still green after 4 red, 4 green is I'm doing something good, even though I took a big loss. So it's going to be it for this recap, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys see how even though I might be long or short on the bias on that stock, I'm still adapting. I'm flipping my switch right away to trade what the stock is telling me, not what I want Tesla to do. So here, I rejected it, closed it right away, and then went short, even though I thought Tesla could have another day up or something like that. And then that's pretty much it. So you guys have a good day. Hopefully you guys are destroying 2023 off to a good start. Like I am. Let's see how far we can take this green streak in this year, and hopefully have a good year. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in the live stream. Hopefully my internet is fixed. I might reset it just to see if it helps. But you guys take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.